Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 30 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 10 seconds.
When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lang. Sponsored by Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. Dr. Lang is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lang.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host as usual, Dr. Michael Lang of the Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins, here each and every Saturday morning live to answer any and all questions you may have regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic. Please don't hesitate picking up the phones and giving us a call. Of course, my co-host is Dr. Richard Hall, the imperial wizard of nutrition, the icon in the sports nutrition world, and the first ever franchise Gold's Gym in this country, and owner of one of the largest sports nutrition companies in the country. And he is now with the Lang Nutrition Center and Fortify Vitamins. And we're going to go to Doc Hall in just a minute. Anyway, if you're new to the program, who's Dr. Lang? Well, I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. I'm the founder of the Lang Eye Care and Associates Group and the Lang Eye Institute. And I founded Fortify Vitamins back in, about 20 years ago now. But started Lang Eye Care March 15th of 1993. Started Ask the Doctor April of 1993. So I've been hosting this show for almost 30 years live with no break. We're coast to coast, California to Florida, up to Pennsylvania, everywhere in between. So if you've got a question, you're listening early in the morning over on the West Coast, certainly give us a call. And we've been on the Sky 97.3 FM since its conception. I think we're the second talk show on the Sky 97.3 FM, and that's up in the Gainesville area, Ocala, Florida area. Anyway, the phone number is 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. Before we go to the meat of the matter, I just want to do a shout out to Dr. Susan Somerton. Dr. Somerton co-hosted, and she was a guest last week on this show. And I really think we're blessed to have Dr. Somerton on the team at the Lang Eye Institute. She's not only a board-certified optometric physician, she's a certified nutritional specialist. She's also a diplomat in the American Clinical Board of Nutrition, a fellow in the Ocular Wellness and Nutrition Society. She's been seeing patients for 2 weeks at the Lang Eye Institute now. And a shout out if she's listening. You've been doing a bang-up job, and thank you for joining our team. You're a welcome asset to the Lang Eye Institute. If you'd like to see Dr. Susan Somerton or any of the team at the Lang Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida, you can call this number. I'm going to give it to you twice. It's 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. I also want to mention happy Thanksgiving to everybody because it's coming right around the pike. And reach into your pocket and get a toy. We're doing Toys for Tots for Christmas. So take it to Doc Hall at the Lang Nutrition Center in Ocala. Take it to Arlene at the Fortify Nutrition Center in Clearwater, or bring it to the Lang Eye Institute. Every child deserves a little Christmas. So, bring an unwrapped new toy. It's Toys for Tots, and let's help some of these children have, a better Christmas. Doc Hall, what do you think about that?
Everyone, on this weekend before Thanksgiving, I can't believe it's already here, but it is my kind of favorite time of year. So it's good to be with you after being away for a couple of weeks from the Salem Studios microphone. And thanks to the many listeners who called me or text and were concerned about me. I'm fine. My mom's fine. I've been working on some other projects, or as the saying goes, Doc Hall is on assignment. It was nice to be missed, though. It really was. And thank you again. We have a big show today. We'll be talking about some new products that we have out. and giving you some tips on surviving the holidays. And of course, your phone calls that we depend on. That's why we're here. Before our first caller, though, I have to say how excited Dr. Lang and I are about the arrival, I should say, of our 60 serving protein bag. It's now in our stores and now online, and it comes in our new special edition chrome bag. It's kind of cool. It really is. I didn't know how I'd like it at first, but I love it. It's great. In fact, I was talking to Dr. Lang on the way into the show today, and I told him, I said, just for the heck of it, I said, I put a big red bow on this chrome bag and put it in the store for display, for just really to decorate the store for Christmas. And the first person that walked in said, Doc, can I buy that bag with the bow? And so that's going to be a Christmas present for my brother. And of course, I gave him the bow with it. But anyway, folks, the reason that I'm excited about this protein, Dr. Lang will explain about the protein to you. But what I'm really excited about is this. And sometimes we overlook this. But, you know, in this crunch right now, a money crunch that's going on out there and everything, we're really looking, you know, to save you money. And that's what we do. We have talks about this all the time where we can hold the line and you know, and give you the best value for the money. Listen to this, folks, okay? With this bag, you get 60 servings, okay? Our container contains 20 servings, all right? So you would need 3 containers to fill this bag, all right? If you bought those 3 containers, it would cost you $138, all right? If you buy the bag, which is equivalent to the 3 containers, $59.99.
Smoking.
As I say, we're going to explain a little bit about, you know, we're always excited about what's in our products. In fact, I coined that years ago, and Dr. Lang liked it so much we use it all the time, is we're very proud of what goes into our products. We're equally as proud of what doesn't go into our products, and we are. We go to, you would not believe to the ends that we go to make sure that we get you the quality of product. It's not the nickels and dimes that we could save by going to, you know, some countries that we're really not crazy about doing business with, and we just won't do it. We just hold the line on it. You know, and we bring you the best quality, folks. I'm very proud of this company. I'm very proud of our products, and this is one of the reasons why. But Dr. Lang, back to you and to that first caller. I just want to hello to everybody.
All right, Doc. And you know, that's absolutely right. I'm holding up right now on social media the 20 serving isolate. Remember, get the 60 serving bag. It's the best deal in the country right now. And all it has is grass-fed whey protein from the UK. These are English cows that are grass-fed, all right, and non-GMO sunflower lecithin. That's it. Nothing else is in this, okay? You need to look at all the other containers out there that have artificial flavors, soy lecithin, carrageenan, asulfide potassium, sucralose, aspartame, all the stuff that's bad for you. We don't put any of that. This is unflavored, so it's really good for you. Remember, a non-denatured grass-fed whey protein isolate not only helps build muscle, slow down sarcopenia, that's muscle wasting as we age, but is great for your immune system because of all the immunoglobulins, the covalent bonded cysteine that converts to glutathione, the lactoferrin, the CLA. So it's not just good for building muscle, it's good for your immune system. It's good for your entire body. Remember, whey protein is the fastest acting protein non-diminished. If you have negative reactions to milk, chances are you want to whey protein isolate because we take the casein out, we take the lactose out, we take the fat out. Everything that people have reactions to in milk, they don't with a whey protein isolate. So Thanksgiving's here. New Year's resolutions should be on your list right now. Check it out. Go to fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE. Remember, I'm an eye doctor, so it's kind of a play on words. Fortify.com and go to the performance nutrition section. Check it out. The 60 serving whey protein isolate from grass-fed UK cows and a chrome bag. Let me tell you, the chrome shop was surprised to see us when we bought 10,000 bags in and we said chrome played them all. All right, let's go to the phones. I think it's probably Bob. Bob's waiting patiently. Bob, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, doctors. Pleasure to talk to you on this pre-Thanksgiving Saturday morning. a little bit of cool in the air in north central Florida this morning. But I looked at the weather this morning up around the Lake Erie area. Buffalo got 5 feet of snow last night.
Wow.
So I'm grateful I moved to Florida 35 years ago. Doctors, I've been kind of on this for the last month or so. My blood pressure is higher than what I want it to be. And I've taken what I thought was good steps to try to lower my blood pressure naturally. I mentioned to both of you a month or so ago that my first attempt was a product that had absolutely no beetroot in it. But we disposed of that. And I've been very good now. I've been taking a beetroot based product, and I consumed the entire bottle, so I didn't burn it early. But still, and my question is this morning, why do you think that the beetroot has absolutely no effect on my blood pressure numbers, either the first or the last?
So that's a great question. And number one, you might not have given it enough time. It might take a few months, actually. However, I might try the actual beets themselves instead of a supplement, because a lot of the studies, Bob, were done using real beets, all right? Juicing a beet or eating the beet. So remember, dietary nitrates are in certain vegetables, all right? And dietary nitrate converts to nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator, right? And that can help lower blood pressure, and it can help, increase exercise perfusion, bringing whey protein and things to your muscles. So dietary nitrates are good for you. I would try eating more of these foods. Maybe you can still give that supplement a little longer time, all right? But I would try eating the beets themselves, some carrots, some celery, some raw spinach, some bok choy, believe it or not, lettuce and arugula, things like this. But beets are one of the highest, like and maybe juice a beet, a beet and a half a day. But what I want you to do is take your probiotics when you take that beet, and or drink a cup of goat's milk or have some goat's cheese with it, because beets are very high in oxalates, and there's studies that indicate if you have good probiotics in your gut, then maybe you won't get these oxalate-related kidney stones, okay? But some other studies indicate if you pair a dairy, like an A2 dairy, like A2 cow's milk or goat's cheese or manchego cheese, something like that. Manchego cheese is sheep cheese, for those of you that aren't aware. Then what happens is the calcium from this dairy binds with the oxalates, and then you just poop it out so it doesn't become a kidney stone. So try juicing some beets and having a cup of goat's milk with it. All right. Now, if your blood pressure is very high, obviously you need to see your primary care physician and not try to get this down all, naturally, because, it's the silent killer. Blood pressure, you can die, you can have a stroke, you can have a heart attack. And there's a whole host of other causes, not only age, we're all aging, we're all aging. Doc's aging, I'm aging, Bob, you're aging. Sleep problems, you're not getting a good night's sleep. If we're overweight, sedentary lifestyles, you don't smoke, all right? Potassium deficiencies also. So eat a banana or an avocado every day, all right? And then the other thing, you haven't done what I recommended a few weeks ago. Go to Bermuda, go to the Bahamas, take a little trip and chill, because stress produces hormones that increase your heart rate and your blood pressure. So you just got to learn to relax.
Bob, and another thing too, if Dr. Lang suggested juicing beets and like that, and some folks don't want to go to that end, to do it. But I'm telling you now, they have some very good beet juices on the market right now. I've seen them in health food stores. I've even seen them in the regular grocery stores. So you have to be a little bit careful and, read the label, which I know you do. And there are some commercially available beet juices on the market that you can use. And I do agree with that too. I think the approach should be at this point, Bob, is try to eat as natural as you can and get all of these good nutrients into your system. And the beet juice would help. It definitely would help.
All right, doctors. Thank you very much. I appreciate your input. And always, I'm so grateful for both of you being on the air, and to your families, from my family. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Bob. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. All right. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. It's Dr. Richard Hall, back in the saddle. Myself, Dr. Michael Lang, here to answer your questions regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic. Maybe you've been contemplating having LASIK surgery and you want to know if it's an option for you. Maybe you've been told you had cataracts and you want to know when cataracts should be removed. Maybe, just maybe, there's a new cataract procedure out there that maybe you should wait for, that we can fine tune the implant once it's in your eye. Maybe you want to know more about this. Give us a call, 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. Once again, check everything out at fortify.com, FORTIFEYE, fortify.com. I will be at the Fortify Nutrition Center from about 12:30, 12:40 till about 2:30 for 2 hours today. So those of you that live in the Tampa Bay area, Clearwater, come on by. It's on McMullen Booth Road in the Publix Plaza, right there at Bay Bridge Plaza. It's Fortify Nutrition Center. So I'll be there from about, like I said, 12:30, 12:40 till about 2:30 for a couple hours to talk nutrition and anti-aging with anybody that comes in the door. And maybe we'll have something specials. Also, take advantage of seeing Dr. Hall in Ocala, Florida. The Lang Nutrition Center is upstairs in my old Lang Eye Care building, right across the street from the Paddock Mall. That's on State Road 200. If you're coming off the interstate, it's a mile down on the left, and go upstairs, up the elevator, see Doc Hall. He does free nutritional consultations. He'll weigh in, check your body fat, talk to you about what to eat, what not to eat, what supplements to take, what supplements not to take. It is free. Nobody does that. I mean, most people are charging $250 to $1,000 for something like this. It's free. Now, if you do need supplements, we hope you buy them at the Lang Nutrition Center, but you don't have to. So come on by and check out Doc Hall, a free service. He's got just about every supplement there that you need. Remember, there is no sucralose that comes through the door. The thing that's different about Fortify Nutrition Center and the Lang Nutrition Center and Fortify Vitamins, we don't allow anything that has dyes, sucralose, aspartame, asulfide, potassium, artificial flavors, anything unnatural. We don't sell it at all, period. Most health food stores, not to mention any names, you walk in, they're filled with anything and everything but the kitchen sink. Chemical after chemical, synthetic chemical that has a lot of negativity for your body. It's all about health. We want to create products that are actually good for you, not just good for, building muscle, good for macular degeneration, good for dry eye, good for helping you lose weight. It's a holistic approach. And that's how I developed the Lang Eye Care and associate locations in the Lang Eye Institute. Eye care with a nutritional twist. One more time, 877-969-8600. We're coast to coast. We're going back to the phones. Let's see. I think it's Steve in Clearwater. Good morning, Steve.
Yeah, one thing Bob could try is if he's juicing, have him freeze the beets before you juice them. Freeze them overnight, then thaw them out. You don't want to put ice in there. And the reason why is because plants have things that all the nutrients are in little cells, which are made of cellulose. When you freeze them, it fractures the cell membranes. Little crystals fracture the cell membrane, and so more of the food. So before you juice any vegetables, if you freeze them first, you'll get a lot more out of them.
That's a very good recommendation. And also, I've recommended that for people for organic spinach to help release the bioavailability of the lutein and the zeaxanthin. But cooking does a similar thing. So cooking, as long as you don't cook the tar out of it. But I like that idea of freezing it. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, even selenium yeast is the same thing. You might have the yeast has very, the selenium's in little boxes, little cells. And so if you take the selenium tablet and put it in lemon juice overnight, it'll dissolve those cell walls. It'll allow that selenium to come out and become more bioavailable. So freezing can really help bioavailability of anything like that.
That's awesome. And, talking about food and lemon. So if you take your oats, your quinoa, your oats, your nuts, your seeds, things like this, your beans, soaking them overnight in spring water, add a little lemon or a little apple cider vinegar, and that reduces the anti-nutrients that are in these, the phytic acid, the lectins, the oxalates, the protease inhibitors, the alkaloids, all these anti-nutrients that have potential problems. So it's a good idea to soak. I always tell you, if you want to eat oatmeal, it's okay as long as it's organic steel cuts soaked overnight, and you got to get up and pour that water off halfway through the night because that's pouring all the phytic acid off, and then put new spring water and a little more lemon or apple cider vinegar. It's complicated, but there's a lot of steps to maintaining your health.
Yeah, and one quick reminder, and I say this every year, so pardon if it's repetitious. As you remember, this is the best time, for those of you out there who are trying to lose weight, this is the best time of year to start your diet because it's cold. Do not wear many clothes. You'll spend a lot of calories just staying warm. So if you go outside, try to go outside. Do not wear a coat if you can. And we don't want you to catch a cold or the flu or something, but try to stay as cool as possible. And a lot of your calories will be used for metabolic heat production.
You're absolutely correct. And I can picture it now. Doc Hall and me in our Speedos when it's 32 degrees outside. We're burning fat.
Yeah, Bob too.
Thanks, Steve.
I'm already skinny, so I'd completely disappear if I turned sideways. Okay, thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving, Steve.
God bless.
Doc, I spoke to you early this morning about what I did. I just want to get your opinion about this. So I've been waking up a lot at 4 a.m. because I just can't sleep. So what I do, I go downstairs and I get a banana. I get some A2 cow's milk or goat's milk. I take a scoop of the new whey protein isolate and a little honey. I blend it all together. I drink it down. Then I go into the gym, get on the vibration plate for about 10 minutes, get on the elliptical trainer for 10 minutes, and then I pump iron just to every little body part for 10 minutes. So it's like 30 minutes. Then I go back to bed at 4:30. My theory is, an increasing circulation, all right? So also getting some protein pumped to the muscles to help me recover and help muscle synthesis, and then I go back to sleep. What do you think about that? Most people try to sleep through the night, but those of us that can't sleep and really trying to build muscle, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea?
Well, I agree with you 100%, and not just because it's you, and I have to agree with you because I don't. You and I differ of time to time, and we come to a final conclusion on things. But I have used protein just like that for years and years. When I was a competitive bodybuilder, of course, I would do that to help my muscle recharge and regenerate and recover. And but for sleep, protein is a natural muscle relaxer. Believe it or not, that's how it works. And we're going to experience that in a few days when we eat all that turkey on Thanksgiving. What do we want to do, guys? We want to go find that recliner and knock out for an hour or two. Well, that's part of it. There's tryptophan in that, obviously, but the protein helps put you to sleep. Now, for recovery and regeneration and like that, you just can't beat it. I mean, folks, that's what the muscle is consisting of, is protein. The amino acids from protein. And so, yes, by all means, that will do that. Now, I would differ with you on getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and doing anything. But I know you, and I know your habits, and I know sometimes you can't sleep, and in the middle of the night, you're ready to go. You're charged up and ready to go. So you've used that to good benefit for yourself by doing a little bit of, you don't overdo, because if you overdo, people think, well, if I exercise, I'll tire myself out, I'll go to sleep. Folks, that does the opposite. When you exercise, even though you feel like you've really, de-stressed and de-energized yourself, you've actually upped that. Okay, so that doesn't work that way. But you don't over exercise in the middle of the night, like the vibration plate and things like that. Those are all for circulation and like that. So yeah, I agree with that 100%. And as you know, Dr. Lang, our audience may not know this, but you and I are working on a new casein-based protein just for that. That is going to be a real good nighttime source. But any protein at night is good. Casein is a little bit better, and you're getting that whole process started with the A2 cow's milk.
Yep, absolutely. A2 cow's milk is 20% whey, and 80% casein. But remember, it's got to be A2 cow's milk or goat's milk, so you don't have that genetic mutation in A1 beta casein that is affiliated with leaky gut, diabetes, autism, cancers. So if you're drinking milk, make sure it's from A2 cows or goat's milk. Same thing with the cheese. Just a little tidbit of information you learn to don't ask the doctor. And remember, if you're eating a lot of spinach and kale, dark green leafy vegetables, don't eat carrots or sweet potatoes with it. Learned it right here. I was a lead investigator in a pilot study called the Blaze study, beta carotene, lutein, alpha carotene, zeaxanthin absorption study. It's hard to say, that proved that actually beta carotene can block some of the lutein, the xanthophylls. These are carotenoids in a particular family of carotenoids like lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. So that's why there is no beta carotene in any of our vitamins, and there shouldn't be any beta carotene in a vitamin that has lutein, zeaxanthin, and or astaxanthin. And by the way, I want to mention we've got 30% off on Fortify Macular Defense, both the zinc-free and the regular Fortify Macular Defense. We're running it for the rest of the month. So go to fortify.com. If you're on the Fortify Macular Defense right now, this is a supplement to bring nutritional support to your retina, then check it out. We've changed that formula 14 times based on in-house research, ongoing research that's being done internationally and nationally. Remember, this is not a miracle cure. It is not a treatment. It's nutritional support for your retina and entire body. So it's 30% off at fortify.com. Folks, you can use this as your multivitamin as well. So it's not just for people with macular degeneration. So it's a great way to save a lot of money. Also, we mentioned a few weeks ago that we've got a new product coming out called Fortify Focus and Brain. So our Fortify Focus, a lot of you listening have been on it forever. We came out with 90 servings recently also, and it's been very popular because it has 3 carotenoids, lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin, that support the eye, all right? Help improve accommodative ability, help increase macular pigment density, amazing for the skin, helps produce ATP in the mitochondria. There's a lot of things that it can do and help support. But we're adding something called cognizine. Cognizine is a neurotropic that is pretty amazing. Remember, the brain makes up only 2% of your body weight, but it conserves over 20% of energy. So the brain needs a lot of energy to function properly. All right. Citicoline is one of the hottest nutrients out there for energy for the brain. Well, cognizine is a patented form of citicoline, this neurotropic, for brain energy. Okay. It gives you that mental edge. It also helps with memory recall, attention, focus. There's a lot of good studies. Remember, we don't do anything unless it has evidence-based clinical studies to support it. And so that's why we've picked cognizine to add to Focus. We're going to call it Focus and Brain. Hopefully it's going to be available in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And it's only going to be a little bit more expensive, not a lot more expensive, maybe, $3, $4, $5 more expensive. That's more than the cognizine costs more than that, but we don't want to price it out of the realm. So once again, we're developing products to help us as we age, right? But also, this is going to be great for all of you gamers. And if you have kids that are gamers, people that are on video games, it's big business now. They're on it for hours and sometimes days at a time. Well, this is going to help protect their eyes from the harmful blue light, help reduce accommodative strain and something called computer vision syndrome, and then give them that mental edge and that mental clarity and help with memory and recall. So we're also going to package it, and it's going to be called Gamer Extreme for all the gamers. So this is coming down the pike. I can't wait to have something to help my memory as well. Once again, phone lines are open. If you got a question, 1-877-969-8600. We're getting ready to take a break here in just a second, but 1-877-969-8600. We'll be back from the break in just a minute. We'll be talking with Doc Hall a lot more about anti-aging and nutrition for the entire body and the muscles. So see you shortly.
There's nothing more frustrating and irritating than chronic dry eye. It never stops. The itching, the scratching feeling, the fatigue and weariness. If you're suffering from chronic dry eye, go to fortify.com and join thousands who've discovered Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy, a combination of Fortify Super Omega, Fortify Focus, and Fortify Blackcurrant Oil GLA. Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy works to address oxidation and inflammation in the eye and the entire body. This combination, once only available to patients in the doctor's office, has now become available to you. And already, countless numbers of listeners have found relief with Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy. If you or someone you care about struggles with dry, itchy, exhausted eyes, order Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy today at fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE.com, or call 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746 and at fortify.com.
While others are hitting happy hour, you're hitting the gym. While they're hoisting mugs, you're lifting kettlebells. You owe it to yourself to get the most out of your fitness regimen before and after your workout with Fortify Fit. Fortify Fit's power-packed formula is designed to enhance muscle synthesis, strength, and endurance. All evidence-based nutrients in this proprietary formula are well documented and backed in good clinical studies. Taken before and after your workout, Fortify Fit is also hailed for what it does. Artificial flavors are keened. With Fortify Fit, you get all you need out of your workout without needless additives and sketchy sweeteners. Order Fortify Fit today at fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE.com or call 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. 866-503-9746 and at fortify.com.
Okay, good morning and welcome back to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lang of the Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins, and my co-host for many years now, Dr. Richard Hall, who's an icon in the sports nutrition industry. Phone lines are open. Give us a call anywhere in the continental U.S., coast to coast, 1-877-969-8600, 1-877-969-8600. See, a lot of you are watching on social media, have a few questions chime in on social media as well. So you can pick us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, a variety of other social medias, plus most podcast channels. We're on hundreds of podcast channels throughout the country or throughout the world as well. The phone number for Fortify Vitamins, you can call 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. Or go to the website, fortify.com, FORTIFEYE. So fortify.com. Remember, check out the bundle section on the website. The bundles, we've actually taken supplements that work synergistically together to get a better effect and discounted them dramatically. Some of these are discounted up to 40% when you factor in the free shipping. So remember, you get free shipping at fortify.com always. Our stuff is stored in a HEPA filtered air conditioned environment. We keep it about 65 degrees. So you got to be careful. A lot of people that have oils and they're not in an air conditioned environment, those fish oils and things like that can go rancid. So we keep it in, climate controlled air conditioned environment. Talking a little bit about omega-3 and talking a little bit about, cognizine and mental acuity and brain health. There's an interesting study. It was published in Neurology on October 5th of this year. And it shows and it proves that omega-3 may actually preserve brain health and cognitive abilities as we age. So enhanced brain health, cognitive abilities, and functioning is a result of higher omega-3 in the blood. If you have an elevated omega index, not only is it heart healthy, but it's going to be brain healthy. And this was between patients that were studied between 40 and 50 years of age. So it's the first really good study that shows that an increased omega index, this is omega-3 in the red blood cells. It's the first good study that's showing that this will actually lower the rate of brain and cognitive decline as you get older. So none of us want to lose out on our cognitive abilities. So eat more good fish like wild Alaskan salmon or sardines, or take a good fish oil supplement. I didn't say krill oil. I didn't say squid oil. I said fish oil, but make sure it says RTG or TG form. That's triglyceride form or reesterified triglyceride form, because most fish oils have ethanol in them. That's an ethyl ester molecule. So our Fortify Super Omega or our Fortify Super Omega 3 Max is a great value. I mean, this is like $28 to $35, depending on which one you get, and there's 60 servings. Remember, this omega-3 not only may help preserve cognitive functioning as we get older, but definitive studies have shown that it can reduce blindness in diabetics that have diabetic retinopathy by as much as 49 to 50%. It can reduce Alzheimer's by almost 50%. 2 to 3 grams of the right form of omega-3 can actually lower your blood pressure. So, Bob, if you're still listening, take your 2 to 3 grams of Fortify Super Omega. It's been shown to reduce atherosclerotic plaque and enhance muscle endurance and recovery and synthesis, helps with dry eyes. Now, here's a great one for all of you listening right now that are over 50, 60, 70. Reduces fatal myocardial infarctions by 35%. 35%. That's pretty good. All right. So I think all the science is proving that the right form of omega-3 is very beneficial. So there's a few good forms out there. It's hard to find any that are cost effective. So check out our brand. It's called Fortify Super Omega and Fortify Super Omega-3 Max. Go to fortify.com and check it out. Doc, you're an expert in the whole area of recovery, okay? And we developed Fortify Fit to help with recovery. But I think that the studies are pretty conclusive that having omega-3 higher in your blood also helps with recovery and may help with range of motion. So DOMs and ROMs. Can you comment on that? Because you're an expert in this area.
Absolutely. Our listeners, you hear Dr. Lang and I talk about ROM and DOMs all the time. And ROM is range of motion, and DOMS, DOMS, is delayed onset muscle soreness. And those are two things that we're very concerned with. And when you have muscle soreness after working out or after, mowing the lawn or some kind of physical activity that you're involved in, doesn't have to be a formal exercise. We're concerned about that, about the range of motion and also the pain, the tightness, the soreness like that in the muscle. And omega-3s, I think I was doing omega-3s, Dr. Lang, way before you and I met. We've known each other now for, I guess, over 20 some years. And back when I was competitive bodybuilding, omega-3s was part of my regimen. And I attribute a lot of that for DOMs and ROMs, to bring that to the forefront my recovery. There's no two ways about it. And of course, I'm a very big proponent on something that we developed, FIT, our Fortify Fit, the ultimate muscle fuel. And I think that's a wonderful combination. We developed FIT, honestly, to our listeners when we first this and developed it. It was for athletes. It was for bodybuilders. It was one of my pet projects and Dr. Lang's as well. But as in Dr. Lang's practice, most of his patients are, 60, 70, 80, 90 to 100 years old. And so he started, talking to them about FIT. They started using it and they got tremendous results too. So we kind of changed that whole thing. In fact, we have, the label says that just on there, it's for athletes, but it doesn't have to be for athletes only. So, that combination right there is the 1-2 punch for me. Omega-3s and our FIT. That's, if you're concerned about, sarcopenia, if you're concerned about, muscle wasting, sarcopenia, and things like that, and building the muscle back after exercise, that's the way to go. It's the 1-2 punch. Omega-3s and FIT is fantastic.
Amen. And you can check that out. We've got a lot of science. We posted all the clinical studies for each ingredient on Fortify Fit. Each ingredient on there, we posted the studies and why it's beneficial. All right. Evidence-based. Remember, FIT has no sucralose, no aspartame, no acetosulfate, anything like that. Any of the bad stuff, no carrageenan, no dyes, anything like that. So check it out at fortify.com, FORTIFEYE, fortify.com. The phone number for Fortify Vitamins is 866-503-9746, 866-503-9746. Somebody was on hold there and I guess got tired of waiting and wanted to ask us a question and said that we had a caller last week or the week before that wanted to know about what was good for her pain and arthritis, and that we had recommended something. What was that? So I remember who that was. That was a Miss Nita had called, and I think it was right here in Clearwater, and said that she was taking a product that we had developed called Omega Relief. And all that is our Super Omega and our Next Gen Curcumin. On the website, it's called Omega Relief. We bundle it together. It's a $10 discount when it's bundled together. So that's $50. And that comes with Fortify Super Omega, and it comes with Next Gen Curcumin, which is fueled by something called curcugen. So curcugen is the only or the first oleoresin food-based curcumin on the market that actually absorbs just about better than any curcumin out there, and the studies back it up. They have 4 amazing studies showing it reduces pain and inflammation and osteoarthritis. It helps with delayed onset muscle recovery in athletes. It helps with stomach problems. It's really good for stomach issues. And then there's a safety study proving, because we want something to be safe, that in super high dosages, it's still very safe. So if you are like me, you are very athletic in your younger years, and you're trying to stay athletic now as you mature, or let's say you're a competitive athlete, a pro athlete, an amateur athlete, collegiate athlete, and you're having some soreness or you have some arthritic symptoms, you don't want to get on drugs. Well, certainly we always recommend seeing your rheumatologist, your primary care physician, internal medicine doctor, but there's nothing wrong with trying some things that are a little bit more natural. Give Omega Relief a try. Remember, this is triglyceride form omega-3. It's not the cheap stuff, ethyl ester molecule coming out of the big continent across the ocean. And the curcumin is not a generic curcumin, all right? This is all trademarked, top of the line nutrients. The combination of the omega-3 and the curcumin work very well at reducing inflammation naturally and pain. I raced competitive motocross. I broke my back, my neck, and the right leg in about 5 places. That's why I limp a little at the end of the day. And this supplement has helped me dramatically. I mean, dramatically. Hundreds of my patients has helped dramatically as well. So if you have pain, I urge you to try it. It's called Fortify Omega Relief. Go to fortify.com or call Arlene or any of the gang at Fortify at 866-503-9746. Go by and see Doc Hall at the Lang Nutrition Center as well. And remember, weight management is crucial for pain too. If you're overweight, your cortisol levels are up, inflammation goes up, and you're bearing too much weight on your body. All right. If you got a question, give us a call. We got plenty of time. 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. One more time. 1-877-969-8600.
Dr. Lang?
Yes, sir.
I want to get this in real quick since it's holiday time, and I promised folks that I would do it, but it only takes a minute. And it's my first holiday survival tip is think healthy, and Thanksgiving is a day to be grateful and thankful, obviously, and to be with friends and family and enjoy the day. And of course, the center of attention, the reason for this gathering, so to speak, is the food. And that's where the problem can begin, okay, especially if you're watching that waistline. My tip here is, and real simple, and a lot of people do this, and I'm telling you, don't skip meals and think you're saving calories or that you can eat more at the big feast in the afternoon. Doesn't work that way, folks. Even if you have a late day meal planned, eat a light breakfast and even have a good snack, a light meal even, about an hour before the big meal. If you don't eat, you send mixed signals to your body. You throw your blood sugar levels out of balance, and you will most definitely overeat. So try to stay to that normal schedule. If you eat normally, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at a certain time, continue that through the holidays. And honestly, you'll be better off. Your body will love you for it. Your whole system will love you for it. And that's my first tip of the season.
It's a great tip. And, don't overindulge during Thanksgiving. Don't just pig out, and be careful with the sweets. There's nothing wrong with some pecan pie and pumpkin pie, but you don't have to eat the entire pie. All right. I think we got some callers calling in here. 1-877-969-8600. I see somebody else chimed in. and said, Dr. Lang, could you please tell me what that ultimate meal is for macular degeneration? I do have my pen and paper ready. So that's Clara from Arizona. So, yes, I talk about this a lot of times on this program. Food is very important, the proper food for anybody at any age. That's why I recommend going to the Lang Survival Diet. Google this when you get a chance, Lang Survival Diet, and you'll see some amazing an amazing diet to help you. We're getting loaded up on phone calls, so I'm going to talk quickly about this before we take the next call. Organic spinach or kale cooked, that has the lutein in it. Orange bell peppers or goji berries, and both. Wild Alaskan salmon sauteed in coconut oil. If you drink wine, a little red wine, preferably a Pinot Noir from the northern region. Put an egg on top. The egg has lutein and zeaxanthin and phospholipids, makes it all absorb better. Cook it in the coconut oil, has lauric acid and medium chain triglycerides. And then you can aid the digestion by polishing it off and having a little yogurt as your dessert. All right, let's go to Gail in, I think it's Cedar Key. Gail, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Glad to talk with you. I have two questions. My husband's going to schedule for cataract surgery in February, and you said that there's going to be some kind of new cataract replacement thing.
Yeah.
When is that going to be?
Well, they're starting in December. The newest form of cataract surgery is where we can actually change the power. So let's say you had cataract surgery and you didn't get the exact outcome you wanted. You still didn't see clearly because there's still a high prescription. Still have some myopia or hyperopia, astigmatism. Well, this new implant, they can change it by actually using a frequency of light, and they can change the power in the implant. This is the first time many people and many doctors have even heard this, because it's the first time I ever mentioned it on the show. But they're starting to do it in the villages in December, all right? And we'll be full blown of the new year. So I think patients need to wait for that procedure if they're really close, and certainly we can make a referral for that and discuss it and recommend it.
Okay. Now the other question is your vibration plate. How much is that, and when is that available to us?
Well, you can get a vibration plate on that. We don't have any that we've developed yet. We've been working on that for a while, and I don't know if it's going to be coming out in the near future. There's some that are very cost effective online now. I mean, I've got one. It's called Confidence. I don't get anything for telling you this. There's some vibration plates that are $15,000 out there. This one called Confidence, I spent like $250. I got it in 3 days, and I put it together in 15 minutes. And it's a stand one. You can hold on to it. It checks your pulse. You can actually work out your biceps with it. That's the one I like. And there's a lot of other ones on the market, but I wouldn't spend more than $350 on a vibration plate. You can spend even a lot less than that. And it's a good way to improve circulation and help with bone density, at any age.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you, and tell everybody about you.
Thank you, Gail. Have a great day and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. So we started off the program talking a little bit about whey protein, and Doc Hall and I are experts in this arena, and we're going to end talking about it again. The new Chrome bag of UK grass-fed, non-denatured whey protein is available now at Lang Nutrition Center from Doc Hall, the Lang Eye Institute, Fortify Nutrition Center, or at fortify.com. And I always tell people, when you're looking at a whey protein, when you're going to buy a whey protein at the store or online, make sure it says 3 things on it. It's grass-fed, it's non-denatured, all right, and where the cows come from. If it's just grass-fed and non-denatured, who knows where the cows come from? And we might not want to consume that. If it doesn't say non-denatured, that means it's been heated very high and destroyed, and then acid wash, so it's been destroyed twice. We take cow's milk that's only pasteurized to 72 degrees for 15 seconds. Most do it 200 degrees for 30 minutes. That's why it's denatured. Remember, if you get it from Fortify, it's the best of the best. So check out our grass-fed whey protein isolate, unflavored, at fortify.com, or call Fortify Vitamins at 866-503-9746. Doc Hall, we got 38 seconds. So tell everybody happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, boy. Happy Thanksgiving, my friends. Remember to pay it forward when you can. It does work. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and we'll see you after the Thanksgiving break. Take care and God bless.
Thank you, Doc. And remember, if you're not happy with the eye care that you're getting, come see us at the Lang Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from wherever you are if you're in Florida. It's a bit of a hike if you're in California. All right, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to Ask the Doctors this morning. I'm Dr. Michael Lang. With that, I'm out of here. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America, and happy Thanksgiving.